Well, good morning. I'm just now leaving the hotel. I got to park back in that little shed area, so it's nice to have some secure parking. Yeah. So, I'm just going to get going here and get some fat gas and stuff and then try to get out of here. So we're getting out of town. After I figured out which way at the roundabout, I tried to go the wrong way. So I thought it was the first roundabout that I wanted to use, but it's not. It's the second. I needed to go straight and then to this roundabout. I got it figured out though. So here we go. Now we're going the right way. Always something. Tractors, cows, you never know. So here you go, Patrick. 8,600 feet there. I should probably add at some point, if you're new to the channel and wonder why I'm always telling Patrick about the elevation, Patrick's channel, MotoRambling, is a fantastic channel. He's been one of my very, very early subscribers when I was just starting out. When even riding around the Pacific Northwest in Oregon, he would always comment about the altitude or ask about the altitude where I was at up in the mountains, because he wanted to compare it to where he was at, where the highest he can ever get to is 6,000 feet. So I forever think of Patrick when we start talking about elevation and climbs and where we're at. So that's the story about why I always mention Patrick when I talk about altitude. I do believe that I am out of the mountains for the moment. And for my buddy Craig, yes, the Cogent suspension soaks this stuff up real well. Real well. Wind up, little birdie, spread your plastic wings. You on the roof, still not lost away. Coming to the country, blow my speakers down. Friends become family, old enough to know. Watch another movie, drive across the country. Tell you what though, it is getting a lot warmer as we're dropping altitude. We're down to 5,400. So we've dropped 3,000 feet. And you can definitely feel those degrees. I will remember days to remember. 1995, never told a lie. Stop and take a picture. Glasses getting thicker. 1995, here I'll never die. Well, we'll see. Those clouds are mighty ominous looking, huh? We'll see. I was looking, it's the 29th of May, and I left on the 18th of April, so we're darn near 40 days. And I have not seen rain. other than those first couple of days out of Portland. So we will see. Oh, here we go. The first rain that I've had in a long time. Back since Oregon, because I think by the time I got to the California border, the rain had stopped. So it's probably been 37 days or something since rain. Definitely thunderstormy stuff though. The wind has picked up. These low pressure zones do. Good morning. Got my morning gas stop out of the way. Now, let's head into Durango. I looked at the map. The route is basically a straight line to Durango from here. I think it's going to be this view all day, or similar to it. I think that's all there is. So we're just going to cover the miles. My GoPro's messed up yesterday. The video kind of cut off, so you didn't see what happened. So I'll give a little rundown. I had set my GPS point to a hotel that I thought I would get to kind of in the afternoon. And I did. I got there right on time at about 4:30, which, you know, I don't really want to ride after 5. But I got there. The hotel was clearly open. There were people clearly staying there and playing in the pool. There was a little bell on the reception desk. I rang it several times. Nobody came. There was a restaurant next door, so I went to the restaurant and asked. The lady says, I don't know where they're here. Let me go find her. But I don't have keys, and I can't tell you if there's a room available. She walks around for about 15 minutes and comes back and says, you need to call the number on the door to try to find her. I said, I don't have cell service here. She says, well, let me call him then from my phone. And she did. And she comes back and says, they'll be back at 8 p.m. I said, I can't wait until 8 p.m. to find out if there's a room or not. Because then it'll be dark if there's not a room, and I don't want to be riding after dark. So I said, where's the next hotel, or how far to the next hotel? She says it's an hour up the road. She helped me find it, or where it is on my GPS. My GPS and my phone didn't show there was a hotel there, but I trust her. And I got on the road and made it there, you know, about 6. And they had a room, and so it all worked out. There was a little restaurant there, so I got some tacos. They were actually some of the better tacos I've had on the whole trip. I was quite surprised at how good they were for a little roadside stop. There was nothing there but a gas station hotel, so I don't know the name of the place that I was. Yeah. So that was yesterday and how yesterday ended. I just continue to be plagued with the GoPro issues, and I don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I'll keep working on it though. I'll try to get better. So heading to Durango, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So while I was in Copper Canyon at the adventure park piece that you saw, I parked next to a big BMW and a Triumph, and they weren't there when I came back, but I got a message on Facebook later that night. The guy says, I was on the BMW next to you. I saw your sticker. He says, where are you riding to? Maybe we can meet up for dinner. And so I messaged him back, and we sort of miss each other. I took a day off while Tomek rode down to Batopilos because I was going to go on my way out of town, and he was going a different direction, so he wanted to go see it. He actually ran into these guys on the way there and rode with them for a little while. Said they're super nice guys. So I talked with, his name's Caesar. I talked with Caesar on Messenger, and he said, if you're coming through Durango, let me know. He's like, we can go ride the spine of the dragon, or the spine of the devil's spine, is the road they call from Durango to Mazatlan. It's supposed to be spectacular. I'm going to meet up and stay a couple of days with Caesar, but yeah, that's the plan. We'll cover some miles. I'll try to show a little bit of it if I can, but we will get to Durango. Well, we've made it to Durango. Bienvenidos a Durango. So now we've got to find where Caesar's at. It gave me directions, well, and the location, so I have a GPS. All right, well, we found the store. Caesar's here. He's gonna he lives just up the street a bit, so he's going to grab his car, and we're gonna take the bike there. Easy peasy. Well, I've made it to Caesar's. I have the bike parked back there. So today it's going to be do some laundry, relax, see what's going on. And I think tonight Caesar and I are going to ride down to downtown Durango in the center and go see the sights. Little night riding in Durango. I'm following Caesar, but he rides quick. He's used to this traffic and these roads, though, so that makes a big difference. Is there no lane splitting in Mexico? Do you guys lanes go between the lanes at the lights?
Yeah. There's no auto cut. Like single lanes.
Yes.
We are heading to the taco because se acaban.
Okay.
Hermano. Then right here is the left is this down.
All right, so we just got tacos, and now we're heading down to the historical center